The attack on Pearl Harbor. On the morning of December 7, 1941, Pearl Harbor, a United States naval base in Hawaii, was bustling with activity. It was a serene Sunday morning, and few could have imagined the tragedy that was about to unfold. Halfway across the Pacific, the Empire of Japan had been planning a surprise military strike against the United States. Their goal was to cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet and secure dominance in the Pacific region. At dawn, 6 Japanese aircraft carriers launched 353 planes, including bombers, torpedo bombers, and fighters, in 2 waves toward Pearl Harbor. The mission was to destroy as many ships and aircraft as possible. At 7:55 a.m., first wave of Japanese planes descended upon Pearl Harbor. The surprise attack caught the American forces completely off guard. Explosions and gunfire erupted as bombs and torpedoes rained down on the battleships and airfield. The USS Arizona was hit by an armor-piercing bomb that detonated its forward magazine, causing a catastrophic explosion that killed 1,177 crewmen. In just over an hour, the Japanese had devastated the Pacific Fleet. 8 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 4 destroyers were sunk or heavily damaged. Over 300 aircraft were destroyed or damaged, and more than 2,400 Americans lost their lives. Amidst the chaos and destruction, acts of heroism emerged. Sailors, soldiers, and civilians risked their lives to save their comrades, pulling survivors from the burning wreckage and providing medical aid. The following day, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed Congress and the nation, delivering one of the most famous speeches in American history. Roosevelt archival footage. Yesterday, December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. Congress declared war on Japan, propelling the United States into World War II. The attack on Pearl Harbor galvanized the American people, uniting them in a resolve to defeat the Axis powers. Across the nation, men and women rallied to support the war effort. Factories shifted to produce war materials, and millions of Americans enlisted in the armed forces. The war in the Pacific was long and brutal. Battles such as Midway, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa were fought with tremendous courage and sacrifice, leading to the eventual defeat of Japan in 1945. Today, Pearl Harbor stands as a solemn reminder of the cost of war and the resilience of the human spirit. The USS Arizona Memorial honors those who perished, ensuring that their sacrifice is never forgotten. Remembering the attack on Pearl Harbor, a pivotal moment in history that changed the course of the world.
The signing of the Declaration of Independence, a turning point in history. On July 4, 1776, a monumental event took place in the heart of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A group of determined men gathered to sign a document that would forever change the course of history. This is the story of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The road to independence was paved with years of growing tension between the American colonies and the British Crown. Taxation without representation, the Stamp Act, and the Boston Tea Party were just a few of the catalysts that fueled the desire for freedom. In 1774, the First Continental Congress met to address these grievances. By 1775, the Second Continental Congress convened, and the call for independence grew louder. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Roger Sherman, and Robert Livingston were tasked with drafting a declaration. Thomas Jefferson, known for his eloquence and writing skills, took on the primary role of drafting the Declaration of Independence. His draft was reviewed and edited by the committee before being presented to Congress. On July 2, 1776, the Continental Congress voted in favor of independence. 2 days later, on July 4th, the final text of the Declaration was approved. John Hancock, President of the Congress, was the first to sign, followed by 55 other delegates over the coming weeks. The Declaration of Independence is a powerful testament to the colony's desire for liberty. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These words have inspired countless movements for freedom around the world. The signing of the Declaration was only the beginning. The colonies faced years of war before their independence was secured. The Revolutionary War culminated in the British surrender at Yorktown in 1781 and the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which recognized the United States of America as an independent nation. Today, the Declaration of Independence stands as a symbol of the American spirit. Each year, Americans celebrate July 4th, honoring the courage and vision of the founders who dared to declare their right to self-governance. The legacy of the Declaration continues to shape the values of freedom and democracy worldwide. The signing of the Declaration of Independence was more than an act of rebellion. It was a declaration of universal human rights and the beginning of a new nation dedicated to the principles of liberty and justice for all.